Am I the antagonist for not attending my best friend's wedding after being demoted from being a bridesmaid? Dave and I have been friends since we were kids. In college, we made the decision to have a threesome with another person. We agreed it was a one-time thing, as we realized we weren't compatible for more than friendship. When I started dating my partner, Al, I was open and honest about the previous encounter. I believed it was important for Al to know. Dave and Al ended up becoming good friends. In fact, we even helped Dave with online dating and finding his girlfriend, Han. I had the chance to meet Han, and it went well. She seemed like a perfect match for Dave. As we got closer, we even worked together to plan Dave's birthday party. I mentioned this before, but later Dave revealed to me that he never told Han about our past encounter. I felt betrayed by Dave as he had put his girlfriend and me in a difficult position. I knew that Han wouldn't react well to this information, especially considering that Dave had kept it from her for so long. I expressed to Dave that it was crucial for Han to know the truth. Later that night, Dave and Han announced their engagement. I panicked and didn't know what to do. I received conflicting advice when I posted about it. Some said to tell Han, while others said it wasn't my place. I felt overwhelmed as I had experienced the loss of relatives and was also trying to support my boyfriend after he lost his job. I simply didn't have the emotional capacity to handle it at the time. Han approached me and asked me to be her bridesmaid, which meant a lot to me. I wanted to be there for her even though I would have been the only person in our friend group to decline the offer. I agreed and purchased the outfit she wanted, spending over $400 on the entire ensemble. 2 weeks before the wedding, Dave called me and informed me that he had finally told Han about our college encounter. He acted as though he were uninvolved in the situation. Dave and Han decided that I shouldn't be part of the wedding party anymore. Instead, I was instructed to buy a different dress. Strangely, my boyfriend was still allowed to be a groomsman. Their reasoning was that it wouldn't be proper for someone like me to be a bridesmaid, and they wanted me to sit separately while the rest of our friends stood at the altar. I respected their decision, but it also meant that I would not attend the wedding. I couldn't afford to spend even more money that I didn't have. I ended the call and Han called me back. She reluctantly said that I could still be a bridesmaid. However, I had already made up my mind and told her I wasn't interested. It seemed strange that after emphasizing the importance, she changed her mind in less than 10 minutes. I ended the call again and she called once more. I expressed my desire to be alone. She apologized and we hung up. Almost immediately, she texted me asking for my final decision. Ultimately, we didn't attend the wedding and our absence did not go unnoticed. I was known as the BFF, but both my boyfriend and I were absent from the ceremony. When questioned, people would say, it's Dave's fault, but we are giving her space, which only led to more inquiries. Eventually, it became, if you want to know, ask her, resulting in people bothering me to uncover the truth. I only communicated with Dave and Han again when I demanded my money back. They scrutinized the amount, but with the help of our friends, they eventually returned it to me. I still get asked why I didn't go and why I asked for the money back. Honestly, I felt like they threw me under the bus in order to resolve the problem. Some people were upset that I didn't attend, and I do feel sorry for Han. Maybe I should have still gone, but I truly felt unwelcome, and perhaps I shouldn't have asked for the money back. Am I the asshole for not attending and requesting my money back? You were put in an incredibly difficult and uncomfortable position by Dave's actions and the lack of communication within your friend group. It was unfair for Dave to drop the bomb on you and then expect you to buy a different dress for the wedding. Additionally, Han's wishy-washy decision-making showed a lack of consideration for your feelings. You had every right to decide not to attend the wedding if you felt unwanted and uncomfortable. It's understandable that you didn't want to participate in a celebration where you were treated differently from the rest of your friends. Asking for your money back was also justified as you spent a significant amount on the original outfit in good faith. Instead of blaming yourself, it seems more appropriate to hold Dave and Han accountable for mishandling the situation and causing unnecessary drama. They should have communicated openly and honestly from the start, especially if they were aware of your involvement in their relationship history. Am I the antagonist for not going to my sister's wedding? I, a 31-year-old man, have been married to my wonderful wife, who is 33 years old, for a year. My sister, also 33 years old, is getting married on October 1st. I am happy for her, but I have decided not to attend the wedding. My sister happens to be one of the angriest people I've ever met. Despite her petite build and weight of 105 pounds, she has intense fits of rage that can last for days. Whenever someone does something she disapproves of, she reacts by screaming, sobbing, and breaking things. This has been a recurring pattern throughout our lives, and she has never faced any consequences or acknowledged her wrong actions. Now, you might have guessed from me posting here that I did something that she didn't like. In response, I chose to block her on all communication platforms. If I am in the wrong for doing so, I am willing to accept my judgment, but personally, I believe I made the right decision. I am the only son in my family. When I got married to my wife, I decided to take her last name for practical reasons. My original last name was difficult to pronounce and spell, while hers is a simple word, similar to Jessica Rabbit or Grace Slick. Since changing my name, I have been significantly happier. Even the people I work with at the construction site, who are not known for their sensitivities, agreed that it was a smart move since it made things easier. My sister, who didn't bother attending my wedding, was livid when I informed her about my name change. She yelled at me, called my wife an emasculating, abusive bitch, threatened to refer to me as Mrs., and declared that my wife was not invited to her wedding. In response, I firmly stated that if my wife was not welcome, then I would not attend either. After telling both of us to go to hell, I thought that was the end of it. We didn't speak for several months, until I received a wedding invitation in the mail. To my surprise, the invitation was only addressed to me, using my old name. There was no mention of my new name or my wife. If my sister had simply addressed it as Mr. and Mrs. New Name, I would have taken it as a sign of remorse. My wife agreed that this small gesture would have meant a lot. However, my sister decided to include a final jab that felt petty. I told my sister that we would only attend the wedding if she apologized for insulting my wife. She refused, claiming that we were giving her an ultimatum and accusing us of punishing her for having an opinion. At this point, I no longer care about my sister's wedding. I refuse to subject my wife to what I can only imagine will be an abusive disaster. Now, with the wedding just a few weeks away, my family has been constantly pressuring me. They fail to understand why I would miss my sister's big day, and they believe that her actions should be excused due to the stress of wedding planning. Am I the asshole in this situation? Your sister's anger issues are well known, and her reaction to you taking your wife's last name was completely inappropriate. It's understandable that you and your wife would not want to attend a wedding where you are disrespected and your wife is not acknowledged. You have set boundaries and made it clear that you will only attend if she apologizes, but she has refused. Your decision to prioritize your wife's well-being and not subject her to potential abuse is completely justified. Your family may not understand your reasoning, but you have every right to prioritize your own mental and emotional health. Thanks for watching. When you subscribe, make sure to hit the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. To finish listening to all the stories, check out the playlist in the description.